Hi, Editor here. Before we begin, I'd like to make a quick apology about the unusual audio quality of this video. This was recorded outdoors during a car show by a lake, so there's boats and cars and wind all over the place. We are trying a lot of new things with this episode, and we are trying our best to get it all to work together. With all that out the way, let's start the episode.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Creighton Station. Today I'm here with Dan Beaver of Beavers Den in Liberty Hill, South Carolina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
Doing good.
So kind of tell us a little bit about what, the Beaver Den is and how it's impacted the community around here.
Well, Beavers Den is basically a place where families can come and have a good time and have some outdoor entertainment, good food, and bring their pets, bring their children, and feel comfortable with it.
And how long have you been here in Liberty Hill?
Been in Liberty Hill for almost 4 years now. Business-wise, we didn't open up till March 14th when COVID hit. Got shut down the same day. We opened up at 1:30 and got closed at 3.
Man.
So that was a challenging time that we didn't expect.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
So what all did you end up having to change as part of your business model because of that?
Well, we had to change things over to do a lot of to-goes, and the community out here was so supportive of us that they helped us survive.
And now you can see that. I mean, like, we're here today while you're having kind of like a car show almost. Yeah. And like, you look around, this whole area is filled with picnic tables.
Yeah.
And people out like just congregating, having fun,
Yep.
And it's amazing to think like almost, a little over a year later after COVID that like, people are able to get together again. People like, things are starting to get back to quote unquote normal.
Yeah.
And, you've made it through pretty much the whole time.
Pretty emotional guy. So I take a lot of things to heart with the people or with my family. And I had 2 sisters that uprooted themselves and came down here to help me with this. And it's been a tough journey starting out, but the community got on board to help us, and they wanted us to survive as much as we did. And I'd do whatever I could to make that happen. So it's where we're at.
And it's a beautiful location. I mean, we're here on Lake Wateree, where like, where you told me before.
Beaver Creek is the location. It's the largest mouth of Lake Wateree. We have a nice channel, probably about 1.5 miles long, where you come back into. We got about 450 feet of water frontage. Boats beach themselves up there all day long. And if they can't get to the beach, they anchor behind, come listen to music, eat food, enjoy the entertainment.
And we're sitting on a stage that's facing that water that you built.
Yes, we built this winter. A good friend of mine out of Arkansas came out here. Him, his wife, as Brian Meeks, his wife Laura, and his son. But anyways, they came out here and we designed it. In 15 days, we put it together.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because that's an insane turnaround. But you have a background in construction anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So I've been working construction for quite a few years. So up and down the highways in the United States, and that's been pretty awesome.
Now, so what made you want to settle down and start Beavers Den, or I guess purchase it from the previous owners?
Our father and mother always cooked for a lot of people, and we always learned that mentality was people were first. And always thought it was cool. We built a lot of grills and smokers and spits and did a lot of fundraising things and helped community out. And then when I traveled, I did the same thing. Every community we went to, we tried to do something to uproot the community, to give them a little bit of support from the businesses outside of their local community. And always had a dream to open something like this up. We came here 4 years ago, and when we came here 4 years ago, never thought any idea that we'd ever own the place down here. And came up for sale, and we purchased it and took off with it from there. So pretty cool.
And it's funny because it all worked out. You know, we're here at Beavers Creek. Your last
Oh
name's
yeah,
Beaver,
yeah,
Beavers Den, you know.
yeah. There was definitely some people above looking out after us, and my father and my uncle and my mom and my grandparents and all of them. I assure you that they were all in. They aren't here, but they would all be here right now if they could be.
Oh yeah. And
So
it's an amazing place to settle, you know.
it is. I mean, it is. It's the food is good. I mean, we're not perfect in any fashion. You know, we still struggle sometimes with getting food out in a timely manner, but that's the growth of the business. Never owned a restaurant before, so we had to learn on the fly, and we made a lot of changes. I can remember our first time we opened up for an outside event. I had to come up on the stage and tell the customers we were a good 3 hours behind on food. And I always told it was honest to be honest to them, you know, and let them know, and we did that. And the next day we went into kitchen. Well, that next Monday we went into kitchen and we said, okay, well, we got to do a change. And we replaced all the equipment in there and changed that to make it better. And it has gotten better. So we're really excited about that part.
And you said you expanded the kitchen too, right? I remember.
We just opened it up. We took it from 6 foot of prep space to 32 feet of prep space, and put new equipment in, etc. So that all worked out pretty nice.
And like we hadn't filmed it yet, but you said it's pretty impressive because now you went from like a 3 hour wait or 4 hour wait to like what 30 minutes?
30 minutes is average. You know, I mean, you got pizzas and stuff like that, so 30 minutes is pretty well average on what our food is now. I mean, sometimes we get a hiccup. We're always training new kids and etc. to do things, so that's all come into place.
So let's talk a little bit about the fundraisers and stuff that y'all do. Did you, you know, was that a big part in COVID? Did any of that help affect or grow your business?
I don't know if it affects or grows the business. I just know that if people need something, that I've always made a commitment to help people out, no matter what it takes. And we were able to do that a couple times last year. We did a fundraiser for the Dream Team Foundation in Lancaster, which is the children that needed some help, and we were able to help them out, and we did really good for our first event. And then we got tied into some benefit runs, and then we did a benefit run for a young man that has cancer that went really well. And this year we started out doing the same thing. So our big event next weekend is for a gentleman named Jamie Raoul up here, has lung cancer. And we got a big event set up for that. We got a Porsche Club coming out here. They're going to be here for a few hours, up to 80 cars. We got live music outside. And we're going to do a silent auction and fundraiser and a benefit ride with that. So we've tied into a lot of businesses, and they're supporting us to help us. So hopefully it'll be a good success on the first one.
Oh yeah.
So for this season.
I'm sure you're excited. Like, so what's like some of the big performers and stuff that you have coming this summer?
Oh my, you hit me on a curveball there. There's so many. You got Justin Anderson, Wits End, Matt Tucker, Ryan Trotty. You have Kaylee Green. You had Taylor Richardson. A lot of great artists. We have guys that are locals that are here in the local area that come and play acoustic for us all the time. And what's fun about it is people come out and enjoy themselves, and you can still see a smile when they walk through the door. You see a smile on their face because this is what they want to see. They don't want to go into a hole in the ground. They want to come to somewhere where they can enjoy themselves, have fun, eat good food, have a few beverages, whether they're on the soda side or the alcohol side. But we don't let things get out of control. I won't tolerate it. The biggest thing about this place, it was made for families and not to be a stomping ground. So, and we instill that extremely.
And that's part of that's been helpful through like your partnership with the sheriff's department, right?
Right. So they come out. We hire them as our security on our events. We work with the sheriff's department, and they've been very good. They come out. They set up out here, and they're not here to cause a problem. They're here to help have the things run as smooth as we'd like them to run. So that's a nice, it's a blessing for them. At first it wasn't that way. People kind of felt offended, but now a lot of people feel pretty comfortable with that because they just know I won't tolerate. You want to have a problem, you want to fight, or you want to cause problems, we don't need you here. I want kids to be able to come out here and play and have a good time.
I agree. That's amazing, because I totally get that, especially with this kind of stigma that's been around police force and stuff here lately. It's good to see that the communities come to, kind of accept that, that they're there to make a positive difference and not a negative difference in terms
absolutely.
of this place, and I appreciate that. What about some of like the talent that you have come up here and play? Like, how do you arrange that? Do they come to you or do you go to them?
Well, I'll tell you, last year it was pretty tough, but there was 5 guys or 5 groups that absolutely was a lifesaver for the business in respect to bringing people with them to come play. And when they did that, it really helped us change how we had to survive through COVID. Our biggest thing is to, some people think this is a get-rich-quick scheme. Well, I'm telling you what, ain't nothing close to that. Ain't nothing close to that. But these guys came out here, gave me a decent rate, and came out here because they wanted to come out and play. And they came out here, and a lot of people came out and enjoyed it and helped us keep the business where it's at today.
And so you have the advantage that most local businesses don't. Like, you have the restaurant up here, but you also have, like, what is this, an acre and a half of land down here that you can use for outdoor serving, for shows and stuff, and really your only limit is the weather,
Well, the weather and making sure that you don't disrupt the community. That's one thing we don't want to do. I know some people think the music was too loud last year, so we're going to work through that. I'll never please everybody, but we'll try to do our best to appease so that we can continue to do this and have a good time.
So what are some of the steps you kind of take to make sure that the music doesn't disrupt the community?
Well, we changed the position of the stage this year. We're utilizing the bank this year, hopefully, to knock some of the sound down, but also we're gonna lower the decibels on the sound system. Basically the bass what carries the most, and lower it down so that people here can enjoy it and we don't have to worry about creating turmoil outside of here.
And you guys kind of have like a curfew time as well, like, or not really a curfew, but
well,
a time where you
I made a commitment that we wouldn't have music past 11:30 here. Our target time is 11 o'clock. A lot of times when people come out and play and they're having a good time and they'll ask the band to play a couple more songs. I'm okay with that. But after that, then the music goes down. It'll be played really low. If people want to stay out here and enjoy themselves, I'm fine with that. But it'll still be in the same climax as I don't want to disturb the community. I just want people to come out and have a good time. I want everybody to come out. Every age, gender, or person, whatever. I don't care if you're 100 years old. Come out. And we had a lady came out here last year. She was 100 years old, came out. That was so cool, and she had a blast. And we have the small children that come out here and they play all day long, and they go down, and mom and dads have their boats down on the water, and they go down and they hang out in the water if it's hot, or they play cornhole or whatever. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure you can't wait for this summer season, huh?
You don't know. You don't know. I'm pretty blessed to where we're at today in the respect to coming out of everything that everybody has gone through, not just the Beavers Den, but a lot of businesses have struggled. And I know a lot of them have had to change their ways and not be in business anymore. But I don't want that goal. And if that's what would happen, it is what it is. But I made a heck of an effort to try to make it work. So.
I get that. And it's crazy because, like, and we kind of talked about it in the pre-interview, but you almost have like 3 businesses in one. You have the restaurant area, the bar area, and then the ice cream shop.
Absolutely. Ice cream shop was all my wife. Used to be a pool table in there, and a couple of games, and we took over, and there was like, I think it was like $4 in business in the pool table, and I love to play pool, but I didn't want the place to be a pool hall. I wanted a place for people to come and enjoy themselves. So we decided to turn that into an ice cream parlor, and that's what we did. And it was good, and it's turned out to be a good success for that part of the business.
And that plays into, like, you want it to be a family-friendly place,
Absolutely.
a place where people can bring their
Absolutely.
kids for snacks and stuff.
Yep,
I can't
absolutely.
tell you the amount of times me and my sister have come up here, just me taking her, because she's like 11, and
Yeah.
she still loves to be taken out here and get like ice cream and stuff. And
Yeah.
they're very friendly in
Oh, yeah.
there. They,
Yeah.
she has a great time.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk about when you guys had to reopen after COVID shut you guys down? Like how long was it before you were able to?
We had to figure things out pretty quickly, but we did learn by talking with the DHEC group on what we were allowed to do and how we were allowed to do it. And so we were able to do some to-goes, and that was huge. And the nice thing was, is a lot of business, they can't go outside, but ours was you could stand outside and wait on your food. As things went on, we were able to work through that. Then May 8th, we were able to open back up at small capacity outside, and then start our outside venues. And we had to have all our tables partitioned far apart, just like we did, when COVID was extreme, but we couldn't have anybody inside. What carried us through that whole thing, and I'll say it again, I know I've already said it a couple times, but it was the people here. I think the people enjoy what we are trying to do. I think the people enjoy good food. Nobody enjoys coming to a place that they don't feel welcome. And me and my wife and my staff and my sisters, we want people to feel comfortable when they come here. So we talk to everybody. We try to talk to everybody. How's your food? How's this? How and do things with the kids and the whole 9 yards.
And that's when
That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Period.
Is that when you invested in the picnic tables? Because
Yeah.
I know one day we were out here, we drove by and there was just like, I kid you not, it looked like hundreds of picnic tables.
Yeah,
all of a
when we
sudden.
first did it, when we first took off, because that way, and we had a few come up missing, but that was nature of the beast. Some people decided they needed them worse than we did. But we got more tables coming. So right now, I think we have 36 on site, and our goal is to bring another 20 in. We'll do that over time. But people can bring their own chairs and then everything, so they can come out here and enjoy themselves. They just can't bring alcohol on the premises. That's illegal. Can't do it. Won't accept it. And come out here, enjoy yourselves, have a soda pop, beer, or whatever you like. Eat the food. I promise you, you'll enjoy yourselves.
Let's see what else. Now, what's some of the? I know we talked a little bit about the fundraisers. Is there any foundations you wanted to mention or give a shout out to?
The only foundation that the Children's Hospital is one that we're getting tied into a little bit. We'll be tied into that for an event, and we're doing this year we're involved with the Kershaw. I believe it's the Kershaw. My wife's better at this than I am. Is the Humane Society for Animals. So we're working with that to do fundraisers, and just anybody that comes up and says anything to us and needs some help and support, we're here. And I will tell you this, that I don't want to be taken advantage of in any fashion, but if there's a true reason that somebody needs some help, we're here to do it.
And I'm sure the community really appreciates that.
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. And I've never heard nothing but good things for the things that we do on that part.
And that's really like, a blessing in itself,
Yeah.
that you're willing to do that for
Yeah.
people, because there's so many, like, especially with COVID, putting so many people out of business.
Oh my goodness, I just feel, and I guess I could say I'm maybe a fortunate one that didn't have to close the doors, but boy, I know we were close.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I just come out and enjoy a great summer. I think it's going to be a beautiful summer. We are booked all the way through end of October this year on outside shows, and we're going to be doing them at daytime, evening time, and just look at our website, BeaversDen 2020 at gmail.com, and you get on there and you can pull all the events up. It shows everything that's going on.
All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely.
you coming on the show.
All right. I didn't screw that up too bad, did I?